got a little excited, you know. Jack Straw from Wichita. This is the series. This is the weekly recap of training for the JFK 50 miler. The week before Thanksgiving. It's coming in hot. Let's jump into this week. Hi. You want to tell everyone about your long run today? Tuke had a great long run today. Tuke's long run consists of 3 miles at easy pace with lots of sniffies and a really, really excellent strong finish. So this is week 1 of the YouTube series. So this title's a little bit misleading. This is week 1 of YouTube, but this is really week 6 of training, official training for the JFK 50. We have 12 weeks until the race starts. Now, this was a big week for me because I'm coming off of arguably the toughest week of training so far. We were up in Maine last week where we did just over or just under 4,000 feet of vert all week, which doesn't sound like a ton for you, but when you live in Boston, we're in the flattest place ever. So 4,000 feet last week was great, and we did like 80 miles altogether between hiking and running. So a huge week of training, and the week before that I had a down week. So if you look here, I mean, the chart looks fantastic. There's been growth. We got really comfortable at the 45 mile mark and then 55, and then grew up to just over 60 miles a week for the last couple before that down week. So coming into now, this week, we landed right at 56.5 miles. So 2.5 miles short of my ultimate goal for the week, which was 60 miles, but that's okay. Let's rewind now. Each week, for the most part, is structured the same. Monday, off day. Friday, off day. We sandwich the rest of the runs in the middle. So let's jump into Tuesday. I want to say it was just an easy 90. Yeah, so Tuesday we had a bright and early, easy run. We did 8 miles at a 10:13 average pace. Not much to it. Was just kind of getting my legs back under me, kind of, like I said, like coming off the week in Maine last week, I really needed to just kind of have some chill miles under my belt. So Tuesday, super easy. Went out to Charlestown, loved that route. And then Wednesday came around, and this is where the week kind of took a turn. I woke up in my HRV. I've been talking about my HRV a ton, but I woke up and it was super, super low. So I'm like, am I fighting something? I didn't feel bad, but I slept through my alarm and slept until like 8:30 that morning and decided to do a night run. It was a tempo run. We had 8 miles at tempo, so I'll do a 1 mile warm up and then 8 mile tempo, then 1 mile cool down. So 10 miles altogether at an 8:57 clip. Let's talk about these splits a little bit, because I was pretty stoked on this. I felt like a machine, I'm not gonna lie. So mile warm up was a 9:07, which is honestly too fast for even a warm up, but I felt good that day. And then miles 2 through 9 were anywhere between 8:53 and 8:55 pace, all the way through. That felt super smooth, it honestly felt easy, which is crazy to say. I mean, that's a pace that a year ago today I'm not even considering touching. So super stoked on that. And yeah, the heart rate honestly was the best part about, I think, about that run. I think we maxed out here at like an average of like 153, which my body, this is like more of a side note, probably something that I need to learn about myself, is like my body doesn't know the difference between running like 10-minute miles and running 850s, because it'll always kind of stick around that 153, 160 area. I mean, I get uncomfortable when it goes higher than that, but I think I need to learn how to run uncomfortably at a higher heart rate than that. Another really super solid workout, and the HRV was low again, like that morning, and I was just like, okay, whatever, that's fine. And then I had a feeling it would be low the next day too, just because, you know, you do a hard workout, your body's recovering. It was low, but I still felt good, actually. We had Not Yet Named Run Club, slept in again that morning, but then we had Not Yet Named Run Club at night, did some miles before, like the splits for this. I mean, 9:21, 9:15, 9:50, 9:45. Like, these are all paces that are super, super, you know, good. Like, I want to be living there on my runs, and I didn't feel bad. So, like, once again, another morning of low HRV, but I was like, oh, you know, we're running right through it. So it was Thursday. So that's the middle part of the week, and I've been really enjoying the work that goes in the middle of the week, especially. I feel like kind of a fraud. I've been talking about being a morning guy so much recently, but I did a bunch of nighttime runs. So then the weekend continued. Friday, I slept in. I think I felt halfway. I felt good. Like, I didn't feel bad. I definitely could have ran. And then Friday night, went to the Red Sox game. Just had a couple hot dogs and water. Nothing. I didn't like party or anything like that. Woke up the next morning and just felt absolutely garbage. Yesterday morning, just did not feel good. Didn't know, and HRV way down, like 65. So did what I could. We got 10 miles out of the morning. It was supposed to be 13 on the schedule. You know, I think giving up 3 miles there was very okay. There was no need to kind of push a day that I felt brutal, and knew that I had 20 more miles on the docket coming on today. So I was fine with that. And it was a 9:55 pace, so like, yeah, it was a little bit faster. I probably could have slowed down, because I was supposed to do a workout in there too. Didn't do the workout, which is also totally okay. I probably could have slowed down and got those 3 miles, but I'm not going to be mad over 3 miles. Now, if I was taking 3 miles off every single week, that would add up pretty quickly, but that's 3 miles once in the last, you know, however many weeks it's been, so I think we'll be a-okay there. But when I got home, did recovery, put on the boots, drank so much water yesterday. Did all the things that you're supposed to do to get ready for another long run. You know, woke up this morning with a low HRV again, but my body felt good. Like, I felt fine. It's where this, like, kind of question, like, tech, right? We wear these watches all the time, right? And they tell us so much information, and they probably know more about us than we know about ourselves. However, I think sometimes you have to kind of be like, okay, yeah, my watch says I feel like shit, but I feel fine, so I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna go move forward with today. Honestly, I had one of the best 20-mile runs I've had in a long while. I made sure to take it slow, stayed right in zone 2 the whole entire time. See, that's zone 2, and then zone 1. Maybe I got into zone 3 for like a half second at the end, because I got a little excited. You know, Jack Straw from Wichita. I think the thing that came into mind a lot today during my run was separating the paces that we're trying to hit for JFK 50 versus the paces I'm trying to hit for my fall marathon. Because the marathon is obviously a PR attempt. I'm trying to go run a pretty big PR, but JFK 50 is like the goal race. So I think I was able to really maintain that kind of goal race pace for JFK at a really low and easy heart rate, where I would have been disappointed had this been a marathon workout. I would have been like, probably 30 seconds too slow for a marathon workout, but for a JFK 50 workout the day after a 10-miler, that was pretty brutal. Really stoked on it. Like, really, really stoked on it, because the way that the course is laid out at JFK 50, right, you climb for about 13 or 14 miles on technical trails up and down. I want to say it's a couple thousand feet of vert up, then a couple thousand feet of vert down pretty aggressively. But then it flattens out for 36 miles. So that you're really just hanging on and kind of cruising. You're in cruise control from there. And that's what got me super stoked about today's run, because that's exactly what I did. I was in cruise control, fueled properly, I didn't hit any walls or anything like that. Just felt so good just to kind of keep that baseline. I obviously need to talk to my coach about it, Nick Saban. He's great. I'll put his Instagram in the description here. And I've been working with Nick now for almost 3 years, which is crazy to say. He's taken me through every marathon I've ever run, every ultra I've ever run. He's helped coach me I've I've literally taken 40 minutes off my marathon time with him. So as for my body, it's holding up. I'm definitely getting a little bit sore in my right leg down by my ankle. So I'm gonna do some PT type stuff this week to address that. But outside of that, body's holding up super well. This is kind of vulnerable, I guess, but I think that losing the weight that I've been losing recently is really helping that. It's just less pounding. Like, it's just less, you know, hi buddy. Like, my body's recovering better than it's ever recovered before. And outside of this week, my HRV has been so, like, in the hundreds, coming off of workouts, you know? So I think as long as we can get right back on track there, we'll be good. Looking forward, next week, I definitely want to get to 60 miles again, probably 62, just to continue that growth. And yeah, 12 weeks out, it's definitely starting to become real. This is just episode 1, so we'll do this every Monday morning. I'll upload the kind of weekly recap and talk through it. If you're enjoying this series or just the vlogs again, I'd love it if you subscribed and liked and commented and did all that stuff. But yeah. Oh, that's a B. All right, that's my cue to sign off. I will see you guys tomorrow. Boom.